Something here. I don't know if they'll bite. The wind's killing me out here. Downside of having a really light aluminum john boat is you can't really stay out in this wind, but we found some fish. We can pick up that minnow so we can catch some. Under the boat. Good fish. Sucker hooks them right in the top of the mouth. This fish are right under the boat. That's fun. Let's put on that little bit heavier jig head. Got them. Got them. They're all coming to the boat. They're all coming to the boat. Look at that, right in the top of the snout. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Just saw a little group of bass swimming around out there, and they actually came up and busted the top. Made a cast, boom, caught it. I mean, landed right on top of them. I'm liking this little thing. It definitely shows up better than just a regular ball head. And this color seems to be catching a few fish in this nasty, brutal wind. It's cold out here, folks. It's like mid-40s. The wind's blowing probably 20, 25 miles an hour. My hands are starting to feel it a little. Got him. Snatching them up, man. They're starting to come alive. Kind of digging this little bait. Got him. Took a while. Oh, we got him. That was awesome, man. It's a big old wad of them right underneath the boat. I got line, twists, knots, it don't matter. This little sucker, hey, it's fun. Okay, I just made like 20 or 30 casts with a spoon. I've had a couple little bumps, and I did load up on one that pulled off. But I'm curious to see if I can throw that minnow back out there. I mean, there's fish everywhere. They're just not hitting this thing. But I want to see. I'm going to make a couple casts with that minnow and see if that makes a difference. Because there's a lot of situations where you see fish, you throw traditional stuff, you can't get them to bite. I mean, I didn't throw an A-rig down there. I'm sure I could probably catch some on an A-rig. But a lot of tournaments, you can't fish an A-rig. So we're going to pick up that little minnow and see if we can snatch a couple off the same little school. There he is. Got him. That was about the 4th cast, guys. Decent fish. Jump. Oh, yeah. Fish are down like 30 feet. So that spoon, it wouldn't hit that spoon, but definitely hit this minnow. Oh, get in here. There we go. That was interesting. So these fish are out there everywhere. And like I said, I threw that spoon for quite a while. I just had a couple bumps on it. And about the 3rd cast, well, 2nd cast I had one loaded up, and 3rd cast caught one on the minnow. So there is something to it. It's just a little more finesse-y, something they haven't seen a lot of. And man, it seems like the more this minnow gets chewed up, the better it is. I mean, that's looking right. What's up, folks? I hope you're enjoying the video as much as I enjoyed catching the fish in that video. What a phenomenal day. I want to talk a little bit about the bait that I was throwing. It's not necessarily brand new, but it is semi-new, and it's kind of new to me. I've thrown it around a little bit and caught some fish on it, but this was the first day where I really got in the right situation and got on the right school of fish to really catch them. I was throwing this new jig head by Gambler. It's their forward-facing sonar jig, I believe. I did a video about it not too long ago, so if you want to learn a little bit more about it, you can definitely go back and check it out. But the bait is just a minnow style bait. It's called the FFS. This is a 4-inch minnow by Gambler. Color is gill shad. There's a lot of fluke style baits out there. This one is definitely one that you want to check out if you're wanting to get into this game. But man, what a fun way to catch fish. You got to put in your homework, idle around, and find the right schools of bait. But if you're not in a boat, you don't have livescope, I said it before in other videos, you can take this jig head or a jig head that's similar to this and rig up a minnow style bait and walk the bank in any farm pond and catch fish on this. It just looks like a shad, and you can fan cast it and catch fish on it. I would go with an 1/8 ounce if I was going to be bank fishing, and like 8, maybe 10-pound test, and about a 7-foot medium spinning rod, braid to fluoro, of course, and you're going to catch some fish on this thing. Now, as far as being out in the boat on this day, I did a little bit of idling. I did actually a lot of idling, and I found the mother load of bait, and definitely a lot of bass relating to it. But it's a technique where I'm still experimenting with it, but I found that casting this sucker out and kind of hovering it more Damiki style above the fish, just a couple feet above the fish, was how I got a lot of those fish to bite. Now I did catch several fish on a cast. You know, at the end of the cast, I'd see some singles out there and I'd cast at them and just kind of float it down. But it's a really fun technique. You got to make really precise casts, and the livescope haters out there, it's not as easy as what you think. There is definitely a technical side of forward-facing sonar, and this is a pretty technical little bait. You got to make really accurate casts. You got to be in control, and it was hard because it was super windy out there that day. My boat was all over the place, but man, what a really fun day. If you have not checked out this technique, just buy a couple packs of jig heads, buy some fluke type baits. And the winter time, fall and winter, is a really good time to get out there and try this bait. Just look for your bait balls, find some bass relating to them, cast it around, and it's fun. It is very fun. Let's get back to catching some more fish. Fighting over it. Ooh, it's a good one. Looks like a better fish. Feels like a better fish, guys. Might be a catfish. Might be a catfish. Got a big loop knot in my line too. I don't know. I think it's a bass. I just think it's a little bit better one. I like to see it. Oh my God. It's a giant. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Caught us a pig, boy. Woo! Yeah. I loaded up. I'm like, that's not the 2-pounders we've been catching. That's a freaking stank. Nice. Mikey Balls, thanks, sir. That's fun, man. Hey, it's miserable out here. It's starting to rain, but dude, when that starts happening, no complaints. Look at that, man. It's a nice one. Let's let her go. Solid fish. Get on out of here. Come on. Get down there deep. She'll make her way. That fish came out like 30-something feet of water. I'm coming up after it. Starting to rain. Yeah, they're all on the top of the mouth. Oop, oop, oop. Looking at it. Oh, they're all over it. There, dang it, missed it. It's alright, you got another one coming at it. You got it. Littler one. Getting them all in. Yeah, they're all underneath the boat. Look at that. All underneath the boat. We'll catch another one. We're dropping right in them. They're everywhere. And that never gets old. Never gets old. Look at that. Right in the top of the mouth. Tying this little loop knot. So you just tie an overhand knot. And you just come through the eye, if you can see it. And come back through your loop. just wrap it around like 5 times. Like say. And then you come back down through here. A little loop right there. Pull it taut. Moisten it. And you got a little loop knot. God. Crushing them, man. Crushing them. Oh boy. That is ridiculously fun. A couple things I want to share with you real quick about this. I mean, I've caught at least 20 something fish on that one bait. I have not changed that bait. So the keeper design on this jig head works great. It's just got the little barb that comes down the metal barb. And the plastic is durable. It's chewed up a little bit, but it's still got plenty of life in it. And I'm working the bait a couple different ways. So if I see a fish out there, and you can do this regardless if you got forward-facing sonar or not, but you're just making a cast out there, counting it down or watching it. And when you get it to where you think the fish are at, I'm just slowly reeling it, and I'm shaking the rod tip just a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just kind of shaking the rod tip like that. Not a lot, and you don't even have to do that. Sometimes they want it like that, so you kind of get to experiment, make a few casts, just kind of shaking that rod tip. And if you don't get any response, just slow reel it. And then the other way I was catching them was just dropping right below the boat, or just pitching it out like 10 feet from the boat. And that's more traditional Damiki rig style. And you just want to hold the bait, like here's your fish, you just want to hold it about a foot or two above the fish, and just kind of pop it a little bit and just let it settle and see what they do. Sometimes they'll come up after it, and when they start coming up after it, you can hold it, and sometimes you can just kind of pull it away from them, and they'll kind of ease up to it. And especially if you got a group of 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 fish, you start pulling it away from them, and it just brings out that predator instinct, and they'll come up there and smash it. So casting or dropping, either way, the sucker has been getting me some bites. And man, this is a fun technique. As far as the rod, just something you'd throw like a drop shot on, something with a really soft tip. I mean, this has got a pretty soft tip, but you want them to grab it and be able to load up. And I've just been throwing like 15-pound braid to 10-pound fluorocarbon. It's super finessey, and I feel like if you can get this around the fish, even when they're in a negative mood, you're gonna get some bites. There he is. There he is. I brought that up to that fish. It's a nice fish. I ate it. He freaking ate it, man. Look at that. Chomp. Almost came out his gill plate, man. Got him. Got him. Feels like a pretty good fish. Oh yeah. Oh, that fish. Come here. There we go. It's fish. Look at that. Hooked him right in the top of the snoot. Perfect. Saw that fish. It's tough out here, guys. I mean, it's just tough to stay out here in the wind in this little John boat. But we did find a group of shad, and it's a solid fish, man. Look how it's all tatted up. I love it. Wintertime, they start getting these marks. Hey, whatever you think about this, you should definitely give it a try. There's no doubt about it that it does show up more than just a traditional ball head jig. So, thumbs up. Please subscribe. Had fun out here, man. It's so windy. It's frustrating. I wanted to be out here and it's a little bit calmer, but it's my day off, so had to get out here when I can get out here. Till next time.